all those years of being married, and now it's over.
Yeah.
So all those years of raising the girls, and now the family's broken up.
Right.
So no more marriage,
Nope.
no more wife.
No.
What's it like? Oh, please let me live vicariously through you.
Walter, divorce is not a good thing.
Oh, you can't lie to me. So what happened?
What happened, Walter, is that unfortunately in our country these days, more than 50% of marriages now end in divorce, and sadly, mine was on that side of things.
You know, Jeff, I never thought I'd say this to you, but you're my hero. Come on, what's it like to wake up in the morning and not hate your life? To not think, oh, here she comes. You can leave your toilet seat up all the time. I had hot blue line open, for God's sakes. And then in the backyard. Just because I could.
Walter, divorce is painful.
Oh yeah, like a deep tissue massage. So how long's it been?
Well, almost 3 years now.
Oh, okay. So you dating anybody now?
Matter of fact, I am.
Oh, good. Female? Well, you never know. Sometimes that's the problem. Honey, I got bad news and I got good news. Bad news is I want a divorce. Good news is I'm on your team now. Come on, let's knit. So this girl you're dating, is she the same age as you?
No.
Oh, so she's older.
No.
Younger.
Yes.
How much younger?
Doesn't matter. Yes, it does.
Come on, does she have nice boobs that don't hang down past her knees? Do your boobs hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your tits? All right.
Where do you hear a song like that?
I didn't hear it, I wrote it, dumb.
Bet you never sung it to your wife.
Every morning.
That's not funny.
Oh, even the dog laughs at that. That last part was me, I know.
Oh, do you make fun of your wife a lot?
I know, it's funny as hell, isn't it?
You know, your wife is supposed to be your soulmate.
You want to be the pot or the kettle?
You know, I saw an old photo of you and your wife. Your wife's quite beautiful.
You saw an old photo. Yeah, I'm kidding, I know. I married a petite, young, beautiful thing. Yeah, she's eventually eaten by the woman I live with now.
I have, however, been divorced. Yeah. So I know what it feels like to make some questionable decisions and then wake up 10 years later thinking, God, could sure go for some meth right now. I got married when I was 20 years old. Yeah. And I got engaged when I was 19. Getting engaged when you're 19 is, I'm just gonna say it, guys, it's romantic. I grew up in a very conservative town. I grew up around adults that used to tell me things like, don't do marijuana, it'll kill you. And I would say, really? And they would say, no. but it'll lead you to doing other things which will kill you, which is just another way of saying that it'll kill you, but it'll take a long time to do it, which is just another way of describing all of life. Adults would say things like, don't have sex before you're married, and I would be like, really? Come on. And they would be like, no, you can't do it. And I would say, what about masturbation? And they would be like, still no, God doesn't like it. And I would be like, all right, I'm gonna do it, but noted. And so then when I was 19, I had a girlfriend, and I was like, well, she's lovely. I can just marry her, and then I'll make her happy, and it'll make my parents happy. But most of all, it would make God happy. Because I would finally stop masturbating all over the place. It's a win-win-win, you see. And so we did it, and it was lovely for a very long time. It was wonderful, until it wasn't, at which point I didn't tell anybody. And I just sort of like bottled it up and let it fester inside of me until eventually I blew the whole thing up. And now, to this day, you guys, I'm gonna be very honest with you. A lot of people believe that I actually had an affair before I ended my marriage. Yeah. Because I did. No, it's not good. It's not good. I don't recommend it. The water or the affair. I felt like I should mention the affair up top, you know, before we get too far into everything. Kind of wish I'd have done that the first time. Anyway, when it was found out, it was horrible. My whole life was it was demolished. I was wrecked with guilt. So I told everybody. I told my parents, and then I told my friends. I told my pastor, well, former pastor, because in the divorce, she got God. I think divorce and like separating from somebody, splitting up, breaking up, whatever you want to call it, I think it teaches you a lot about who the other person really isn't, you know? Like before I'd separated from my ex, I thought she was this like very complex, very nuanced person, you know? Certainly with her own flaws, but a great sense of humor and like an almost supernatural devotion toward me. But I still carried within me this sort of unspoken dissatisfaction with all of life. But then after we separated, and I would think about her, I would just be like, ah! You know, so it's not quite as nuanced anymore. When everything was falling apart, I had two options. I could either fall back to like my more conservative evangelical teachings, a lot of good there, a lot of fun there, or I could fall forward into this sort of Californian avocado toast hippy-dippy bullshit. It's all right. I didn't like my options, so I've just been trying to figure it out ever since.